H-wave is a form of electrotherapy. It's been around since 1981. 4 years ago, it became available without a prescription. So before, you didn't have access to this technology. It does two different things. Number one, it on-demand pain control. Anybody who has any joint pain, back pain, neck pain, whatever it is, we can target that nerve, non-invasive. We're going to put 4 electrodes on that area. We're going to do the high frequency for 30 minutes, and it is FDA cleared for electronic anesthesia. We also have a dental clearance. We can put this on your gum lines, and we can drill and do crown preparations just with this device. So that demonstrates the strength of saying, get me out of pain so I can function, so I can get on with my day, and I can sleep drug-free. Any of you have any medical background, in 2 seconds, it interrupts the sodium-potassium exchange. These two things have to communicate to get that signal of pain from your brain. So with this evidence-based, again, 22 published studies in medical journals now that we think, but what it does is it interrupts the sodium-potassium exchange, fatigues the sodium pump. It's going to take it offline from your brain. Medications don't do that. Nothing does that. Now, when this guy wakes up, if we haven't changed the environment around, he's still going to be unhappy, okay? He's going to go to sleep for hours, if not sometimes days. Everybody's is different, okay? That's the high frequency on the device. Second part of the device that comes into this whole world of what you're trying to accomplish here also, it is the only device now that can mimic a natural muscle contraction. So let's say if I'm doing the high frequency on your shoulder, saying, hey, let's numb that guy out, or I'm numbing out your low back or wherever it is, I'm going to be close to the spine to give that analgesic effect. Now, the low frequency, I'm going to say, let's change that environment. Let's address the root cause. Let's give our body what it needs to do its natural job. Now we're going to put the electrodes wider on the muscles surrounding that injured site or above and below a joint. It's going to mimic that natural muscle contraction, which is important. And unlike any other electrical stimulation that you are limited to the use, there is no limit to giving circulation to your body. Number one, it's going to activate your lymphatic system. It's going to create a milking action that literally pushes the junk in your tissues to be filtered out, to keep the proteins and toxins in the waste, to load fresh oxygen and nutrients into those muscles. When you get rid of the waste, it's going to reduce swelling and inflammation. What is one of the main contributors of pain? Swelling. Okay, so that's going to help when this guy wakes up again saying, let's make this a more comfortable environment. Okay. Evidence-based, again, when you do that circulation, and again, you can do it for 15 minutes here. You can take it home. These are going to be rental units. Take home using the comfort of your own home. Give your body as much circulation as it needs while you're watching TV, while you're sleeping, while you're doing Sudoku, while you're doing, your prayers in the morning, whatever you do, find time to do this. It is right away not only getting rid of the waste, evacuating waste from the entire body, just saying, hey, let's get rid of the junk I'm eating and breathing, but also it's going to increase nitric oxide. Naturally, fabulous for many different things, for endurance, for people with, diabetes, for people with high blood pressure. But when you increase nitric oxide, it's going to dilate your blood vessels more. Now we've got more circulation going through those tissues and those muscles. The more you do it, the more we're giving the body what it needs to self-regulate and heal. What's one thing that we need for our bones that's going to help our bone health and bone repair? Circulation. The icing on the cake is if you do this an hour a day for 3 weeks, evidence-based, now your body's growing all new blood vessels through those tissues. It's called angiogenesis for any of you in the medical field. When you change that environment around the nerve, you also regrow the vascular around damaged nerves. So if anybody who has neuropathy, numbness, tingling, burning sensation, and your doctors tell you there is no cure for that, here's your gabapentin and Lyrica, I'm going to tell you that is not the truth. I would say 95% of the time it's regrowing the vascular. How do we do it at home? Simple. I'm putting 4 electrodes on it and letting my body do its natural job. The second thing that is huge for your bones is angiogenesis. You couple circulation and angiogenesis. I have studies on it. We have studies on this is what this device does too. How can we couple with what we do here, do additional at home and not feel guilty about chilling, or even doing it while you're sleeping, to say when we marry these two things together, circulation, angiogenesis, for our bone health, for the bone healing, and then also saying with this machine, I can shut pain off in 30 minutes. Absolutely. So we will give information. We will show you the studies on this. Through here, they're going to do rentals. It's typically be a 1-month rental to take the device home, use it, do a test drive. Anybody who rents a device, we have 4 of them here right now. Anybody who rents a device, you're going to take it home, you're going to read over it, and then you're going to call our department. We are going to come into your home virtually saying FaceTime, Zoom, okay, you're sitting there, tell me what's going on. We're going to help you know how to use the machine, which is simple, but to get the best results also. Then down the road, after you do a test drive, it's something that you want to have for life. Our biggest thing is what do we want to do? Let's do our activities, let's sleep, let's be mobile, let's protect our bones from anything that could happen with them in the future. So anybody down the road, if you were wanting to have one, then you would come back here after your test drive for that month, and then they will have them available. But anybody who rents it or takes it home or buys one, you have unlimited access to our department. We are nationwide. We've been around since 1981. There is nothing new about this technology. But again, now that it's over the counter, you can make a decision in your health, not having to go to a doctor who you're saying, does he really have my best interest? Or does he want me to just keep coming back? Or does he want that expensive surgery that might not need to be done? 70% of surgeries are done that don't need to be done. Your body can heal, but you got to give it circulation.
Do you have any studies regarding its efficacy with fibromyalgia or MS?
So our studies are all going to be in microcirculation, nitric oxide, vasodilation, angiogenesis, the analgesic effect. We have studies on chronic back pain, neck pain. We have studies on venuostasis, ulcers. So any of you, and I'm getting to that, who have family members who maybe have an ulcer or are in a home that they feel that maybe they're not getting rolled enough, for any wounds, what I want you to think about, and this is where I'm going with yours. So if a doctor will say to me, will this help with somebody with MS? Will this help with somebody who has fibromyalgia? And we have fun recipes for that. If the high frequency can shut off somebody's pain in 30 minutes, would that benefit that person? If the low frequency can give the body circulation to no end so your body can self-regulate, it's either going to be rehabilitative, saying my body can heal naturally, or it's going to be a symptom management saying I'm bone on bone. Okay, something structurally needs to be done, but hey, I want to manage my pain and swelling drug-free. And if I do need to have surgery, how do I cut that recovery in half? We will claim it cuts it in half. People will say that's not true. You use this, it's going to even more, but we like to kind of under-deliver. Fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia is going to be something, do we take and treat the pain where it is, or do we give the body the circulation? A fun thing on fibromyalgia is our bodies are wired. This is electrotherapy. So there's different recipes, and we'll help you with one. An awesome one, trap to palm with one, trap to palm with the other one, to the arch of the foot, and we run that electricity through your whole body. So we have about 3 recipes for fibromyalgia. The device has the ability to do its job. Is it the first recipe, or is it the second or third? When we find the right recipe, you know it. You're like, that's it. That sciatic pain, not only being able to say, let's numb out all those nerves that are shooting down my leg, but we're going to get circulation here. But don't forget, we got to get it through here because we got that piriformis muscle. So all of these recipes for aches and pains and that are going on for somebody who has, ankle pain, knee, drop foot, all these different types of things. I'm probably on my 10 minutes. How am I doing? But any question that you have, until he walks in. I manage 5 hospitals, from physical therapy to spinal cord injury. I have seen it all. Even working in substance abuse and mental health. Why are you there? You can only deal with pain for so long before you're like, we have pain for a day or two. Some people have chronic pain, and maybe some of you too, for years. A 30-minute treatment, and I get that right nerve. You're going to say, what the heck? This is crazy. Oh my gosh, I can bend over and tie my shoes. I can pick up my own groceries. Any other questions since I'm still good on time?
You mentioned spinal cords. My brother's a quadriplegic for 30 years and has unbelievable pain. So that was my question for spinal cords. So I'd like to,
yeah. So if,
I would like to talk to you.
and we are in across the nation. We were just, where were we just yesterday? We were at High Hopes yesterday in Tustin, which is a paralysis recovery, from Kennedy Krieger to all these different hospitals. So when we talk about that is when we get into the indications of this device, what is it medically indicated for? Acute chronic postoperative pain, but let's get into the circulation aspects of it. Increased circulation, relaxation of spasms, a big thing when you have people, increased range of motion, prevention of further disuse atrophy. Within a week, you're losing muscle when you have an injury. And any of you that are going to have surgery done, knee, shoulder, whatever, while you're immobilized for that 6 or 8 weeks, we're going to keep that circulation going. So when you come out, your arm is going to go down and you're still going to have that muscle. You don't have to rebuild that too. Also for prevention of DVT. So for everybody who's in bed, how do we help get the circulation so somebody doesn't have a blood clot? So yes, would love to. Circulation is huge when you have a body that's not giving that movement. Your heart's doing this. We need to help with this. I mean, it's right even from the calves, which is our second heart to pump fluids back up. But yes, we work all day long with people who have spinal cord injuries and saying, hey, how do we create movement without motion and keep circulation going in limbs that aren't moving? How do we keep people from getting into those contractures? How do we help loosen up contractures? So yes. The rental is typically it's $500 a month. He's doing it for $400 a month. So a good price on it. So less than $100 a week. If you divide 400 by 30, I'm not good in math, and we're looking at about 12 bucks. The purchase, when it comes time, our company sells them for $2,800. They're going to sell them for $2,376. So they save $396 not coming through our company. So it's a nice benefit. And you have unlimited us. The device comes with the full 1-year warranty, bumper to bumper on it. But after that, we will, like say for instance, 3 years from now, and you're like, hey, it's not holding a charge. And we're like, hey, it's probably the battery. We're going to send you a UPS label for free. We're going to take it, say, hey, it was $40 to replace your battery, and we're going to send the device back to you. So it's not, you're going to pay, it is durable. I work with first responders nationwide, and they call it fireman proof. You put a fireman, oh, sorry. Yeah. Thank you. But they always say you put a fireman in a phone booth with 2 bowling balls, and an hour later you come back and you've got 1 bowling ball and the other one's broke. This is durable medical equipment. So here's your device right here. It's literally going to have 2 wires that'll just literally come off. It's going to have 4 little electrodes that stick on the bottom. You're going to get a recipe book, which we will show you later. Teeth to toes, TMJ, migraines, concussions. So TMJ all the way down to your toes from plantar fascia. Let's numb out that heel. Now let's get circulation to that ankle, but we're also going to put it in water. We will run this for limbs with water. It's going to be more conductive, the dilation from the warmth, and the Epsom salt for the magnesium for your tissues. So people with neuropathy, typically you follow my recipes. You give me an hour a day, you're going to get there. You give me 3 hours a day, you go to bed with this, you wear it on a cross body bag, you're going to hit your goals faster. But typically 30 to 90 days, I feel like myself again. I am mobile. I'm not losing my balance. I don't hurt. I'm playing pickleball again. I'm doing things that I want. Then you go on a maintenance and say, hey, my body got there for a reason. Obviously, I have some form of compromised circulation. Now I'm just going to do it a couple of times a week and keep that blood flow going.
Who wants to do a demo? Who wants to try it? She's done. Yeah, perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
So circulation, it's going to be able to show you how it can move your muscles in a natural way, not a ramp up and let it go. So it's going to do that. Circulation is not going to wow you in a matter of minutes. It takes time for your body to do its job. High frequency, anybody who has low back pain, knee pain, shoulder pain, something like that, I got 8 devices. We'll stick them on your bodies. And in 30 minutes later, if I got the right recipe, you're going to say, that's crazy. So any other questions before we hook people up? Tinnitus, we don't have studies on that. Here's the thing is there's no negative side effects to it, okay? Stick it and get the circulation there. Somebody said, well, how about vagus nerve? We don't have studies on it, but what if I stimulate my vagus nerve? You have people who have POTS dysautonomia of that. So tinnitus, we have people that stick them on their cheeks for glaucoma. So it is going to, you put it on a muscle, it's going to gently pump the muscle. The only thing we're not going to do is we're not going to go through this one. We can go around, we can go on the back. We're not going to go through the airway, just kind of seems smart. And we're not going to put high frequency to numb out the temples. Other than that, we go right. Yeah, I'm not going to help with broken hearts or anything like that.
If you rent one, can you use it on like family members?
You're going to get for a 1 month rental, you're going to get 3 packs of electrodes. The electrodes are reusable. They're going to last 25 uses. You wash them with water. In this binder you get with it, page 1 is going to say unpacking, and you're going to have this adorable 59-year-old lady that is going to walk you through everything, telling you how to charge it, how to take care of your electrodes. The electrodes in family, you can share them with family members. When we're in clinics, you have your own bag, but also you can take, and instead of $25, 25 something for a pack of electrodes, they're going to sell them at a discount because he will be able to get them at a better rate in bulk sale. So where you can keep coming back and getting more electrodes. Yes. Anytime you put itis at the end of something, it's swelling. Number one thing this device is doing is creating a tissue fluid shift to evacuate the waste to reduce swelling and inflammation. Absolutely. Now, am I going to take and do high across here saying, oh, they feel great, and now I'm going to work with the swelling? Mine, I stick mine in water probably every couple of months. My mom had, before getting this device, horrible. So I'm like, I stick it in. You know, when you knock yourself and you're like, why did that hurt? And then you press it and you're like, okay, that one's swollen. So I'll stick my hands in the water treatment for a half an hour, you know, every month or so. And just, you know, you're able to manage stuff. Say, hey, I'm not letting it get there. Any of you guys that you're in the backyard and you're doing something, you're like, oh, and you're like, okay, this is not going to be good because I know in 2 days I'm down. How do we take it and come in here and say, I need a device, I need it now because I know where I'm going in 2 days. Get it on and relax those nerves and then get circulation to that. Reduce that swelling and inflammation. Hydrate those muscles.
Your stuff sounds awesome. And what if I take it and not as a prevention, as an enhancement, as a way to just keep everything moving better?
If you don't have pain, the only thing you're not going to do is use the high frequency. There's no reason to numb a nerve that's not hurting you. Low. There is in the circulation, the first page is a five recipe full body lymphatic flush. How do I do my arms, my legs, my abdominals? You want to talk about knock it out of the ballpark for gut health, for constipation. This, people in those videos will tell you 100% success with constipation, moving things. We have a video crazy of a guy who had a catheter, paralyzed, he's a T4, and getting circulation that not only finally got rid of his bladder pain, but he has, in his video there, he owns the perfect step in Pomona, California, a paralysis recovery. After 16 years of having a catheter, does not have a catheter anymore. So our bodies are designed to heal. How do we give it circulation that it needs to see what it can do? It's either going to get there or it's going to say, you know what, something needs to be done. But hey, you know what? I gave it the best shot. Preventative is the most important thing. We're in this biohacking world of saying, what can we do to be proactive, preventative, get this junk out of our body? We all have cancer cells. People don't know that. What do we get rid of that it's feasting off of? Things are in our food that we don't know. Why do we have to find a section that says organic? Why don't we have a section that's normal? Pesticides. Why aren't we warned on that section? It's really, sorry, stupid.
Better circulation, reduced inflammation. What else? If I don't have pain, just use low frequency.
Oh, for muscle recovery, if you work out, how do we take and say, we're with every pro athlete team for not only injury, but for recovery too. But if you do a workout and you're like, I know tomorrow I'm going to have that lactic acid, pump it out. You're not going to be sore. So with that, but also too, I have rebuilt the vascular in my entire body and I have nothing going on yet. And I'm not going to, because I'm going to make sure, you know, she'll tell you. She's like, what do you do at 59 years old? She goes, you can carry and do more than I do. And I'm like, because I have done this. I've had a device since 94. So it's being proactive and having something that said, it might sit on that shelf for a couple of months, but when something goes on, it's there. But then again, what can we do? Like I said, you can put a crossbody bag and walk around with the circulation, go to the grocery store, you know, and you got everything pumping. And
So what's the protocol? 30 minutes if you're just for preventive care, low frequency, how much?
you can do 15 minutes here in clinic. You can do 30, which is ideal for decongestion. I mean, decongesting it, but also, well, decongestion is funny. Yesterday, we were at a place, she had it here and she had such congestion. So she did low frequency here to clear her sinuses, which is cool. But also, if you want to get into the angiogenesis stages, evidence-based is 1 hour a day for 3 weeks. It's that chase to 21 hours. You give me 3 hours a day. Dentists who we have at neuropathy, 15 years. He's a retired physical therapist. Hasn't been able to feel his feet in 15 years. He has only 8 toes left, by the way. We saw him Friday at 1:00. His therapist brought him in. He said, I can wear it all day long. Yep. So he's the one that has a crossbody bag all day long for work. And by the way, he took a train to his son's Art of Tea in LA to sit at his desk. And his son goes, just watch the workers and make sure. The son's trying to give his dad something to do, getting him out of the house. But the guy can't walk. He's got a cane. He's bouncing on furniture and it sits down. He gets it, puts a crossbody bag, sits it for the 8 hours a day at work. And this is in his testimonial, went to bed with it. By Monday, he had 25 hours on the device. That's pretty crazy, but he grew good. Monday was feeling his toes for the first time in 15 years. Fast forward 1 month, and it's in his testimonial. He is now still doing the same thing, but he's walking 30-pound bags of tea up the stairs and putting them in the vats for his son. Now he feels like, I'm there, I'm contributing, but my son's paying me. And now he doesn't have to take the bus anymore. He drives. And you can't feel feet, you can't drive. So.
You just explained I have a friend like that, and we're going to get in touch with him because he's immobile.
No. So I'm going to tell you with the neuropathy, you're in the high 90%. There might be a smidgen this big that there's something going on here that's stopping it, but I'm telling you, 99% of the time, and we'll see it, it is rebuilding the vascular. And that our body can do that is pretty crazy. And the peripheral nerves, which are your outer nerves, it's not going to do, a more severe nerve being damaged, but your peripheral nerves have the ability to heal. And any friends that you have, he has 4 devices. 1 he needs for here in clinic. He's got 3 to take home, but we will take and get more devices up for him for you. So if anybody else, we will get more devices for you guys. You're going to say, hey, Susan, remember me, the back left-hand corner, I asked you all the questions, and I'll be like, I know, yep, awesome. I'm at my buddy's house now, so it's putting 4 stickies. You're pushing the button that says power, and you're pushing the button that says low for blood flow, and you're dialing it up to the number I tell you. It can't get easier. You can put them right on your cheeks, too, and you can put them right here, and you can do your whole body. We have a whole section that's just all low frequency. You get a guy, and I always give stories, my firefighters, if they get in and out of that truck the wrong way, and they're like, they walk me out after I, go and visit there and like, hey, I got pain, where a guy doesn't want pain. I got a recipe for you. So we're going to go right through there, and we're going to put it right here on this muscle or whatever. And so I've been there, done that. And if there's something I haven't yet, I will research it and say, here's my suggestion. But there's no negative side effects to it. Stick it on your body. It's life-changing. It has been.
What I'm thinking is I may not be sore every day, which will allow me to work out even better.
Why are you sore?
Because I work out hard every day.
And why do you think you're sore?
Because of lactic acid builds.
And if I pump that lactic acid, poof, 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 I'm going to put that on depending on what you're wearing, you put them on your quads, boosh, 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 boosh. It's just going to pump that out. And I saw a hand right here. On FSA, HSA, if any of you have that health saving plan, absolutely. It is a medical grade and it covers it completely from rentals to purchase. You just use your little card. FSA, HSA. You pay to it in your company if you have funds that are put aside tax-free, saying if I have medical needs. HSA rolls over every year. FSA, you have to use it before the end of the year.